Welcome back, guys. Harry here, known as Tradesharpe. And have you ever wondered when the market is just pushing hard, either pushing towards the upside or melting towards the downside, and you're like, how am I going to get involved in this? How am I supposed to take a trade? I'm scared to sell the lows or buy the highs. It's going to reverse on me. Or you're trying to say, I need to get in because it's pushing hard. Now, there's a difference between a FOMO strategy and a trend trading strategy, because you can't FOMO into these moves. That's where losses are going to happen. You need to have a solid plan to how to trade markets when they're trending heavy and pushing heavy, because there's a lot of opportunity, quite easy to do, and it's markets that we love to see. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my trend trading strategy and what's the best way to avoid being caught in a fake out, being caught in pullbacks, and missing the move. So with that being said, let's get straight to the charts and let me talk about exactly how we're going to tackle this. Now, as always, guys, before we start, you know the drill. If we can do the YouTube business, I know I ask every single time, but it really does help. If you are enjoying my content and want to show some support, just leaving a like really does help. It keeps me motivated and tells me that you guys are enjoying this content. And leave it a comment. I read all the comments, I reply to them. If you have a question, you can reply there. Alternatively, you can join the free Discord, and you can also ask questions in the free Discord if you have anything regarding on this video and stuff like that. So that's basically it. Make sure to follow the Instagram, because I post updates there during the week, so you guys can keep in the loop and all of that stuff. And I do post short form content, so I'd appreciate the support. All of that shilling of all the stuff. Let's get into the video as always. So appreciate all the support and let's get into it. So see you there. All right, so when it comes to trending moves, you'd be surprised at how many people either lose in a trending move, miss the move, or just end up getting lucky in these type of heavy trending moves and end up giving their profits back, because then they try catch a retracement or they try do something stupid. And you'd be surprised how many people get messed up in moves like this. I do remember when I started trading, I would simply just miss moves like this because I didn't have an approach to it, and I would hesitate to enter, and I would actually lose money in moves like this because of the points I'm going to discuss to make sure you guys don't do. And it was shocking to me. I would look back and I'm like, how have I lost taking a buy when price just keeps pushing up bullish? And that's where it encouraged me to say, okay, I have to find a proper approach, a proper strategy to be able to trade these areas. And it's very, very simple. And this is where price action shines, right? Everyone says, oh, price action is too simple, but this is where it shines, because when you're trading a complicated strategy that involves pullbacks and liquidity grabs and retests of blah, 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 I don't know what, you're going to miss moves like this because price is pushing and you need to react. You need to trade what's in front of you, not all of these complicated concepts. You need to be present at the charts and just take the option when it presents itself, because price is moving and you need to make a decision quick, and you need to just follow what price action is doing, following bias and following trend. So of course, as always in a trend trading strategy, we need to follow the trend, we need to follow bias. You should always be following bias. That's the simplest way to put it. And the first step is, don't be trying to sell this. The biggest mistake people do is they see a big push and they're like, time to sell. The higher price goes, the more likely I have to sell. Let me try catch, the top here. Let me call tops, let me call bottoms, and they are career-ending moves. They're career-ending moves, especially if you don't use stop losses, which is stupid anyways, or don't have a plan and think, at some point this should reverse. Look at this, guys. To take a sell in here, if you just press sell and close your eyes, you'll be better off. If you just press buy and close your eyes, you're better off. So these trend trading strategies, they don't happen all the time. We do not get heavy volume all the time. But during the prime months, March, April, February, we do see these type of heavy trending moves. And if we just go back to around March here, look at this, July, you should see similar moves. Let's have a look. Yeah, this should be in March. Yeah, see, March, you get these heavy trending moves. February as well towards the downside, and this is where and this is a 4-hour time frame, by the way. So you do get them and you don't want to miss them, right? You want to at least catch something. Now this brings me on to the next point. Before we get into actually how to trade them, what's the setups, what's the technique you should use, remember, your job is not to catch the whole move. This is only a chance. You can't predict when this is going to stop. You can't predict how hard this is going to push. But what you can predict is for volume to come into the market and use your clean ranges. Now, what people make a mistake is they think it's a whole fancy different way of trading. It's completely the same. You still need to wait for candle closures. You still need to follow the rules, and you still need to stick to the plan, which is looking for clean candles, clean ranges, and clear targets, right? If you don't know, because you're new to my channel, I highly recommend you go through videos, understand what LTAs are. I do have videos on LTAs, understand my setups, understand my entries, and this will all make sense to you on how to catch trending moves, because we follow the same rules in price action. We're following a style where it involves having targets and trading based on those targets. Even though we're more likely to push through those targets because we're in a heavy trending move, we still need to keep them as watch zones, and we need to be careful. So the biggest mistake I see in heavy trending moves is people don't understand how big these candles are, right? Just do some simple measuring. If you go back and look at when this move kind of like, let's go back here and have a look at, you know, normal market movement here, right? 15-minute time frame. Let's have a look at, you know, these candles here, 40 pips. This candle here, 18 pips. This nice big candle here, around 30 pips. Let's have a look at this candle right here. This candle here, around 32 pips. When we're in heavy trending moves, it's no joke, these candles, right? Look at this candle. That's an 80 pip candle. What about this candle? This is a 140 pip candle. This pullback from wick to body is a 140 pip pullback. Just this one candle here is a 38 pip pullback, right? Just this bottom wick of the next 15-minute candle here is 26 pips. So do some measuring. Do some measuring. Make sure you understand how big these ranges are, right? Because what happens is that people who do also measure, when they see price moving fast, when you start to see this price moving fast, what do you start doing? You go on lower and lower and lower time frame, and you end up putting yourself on a 1-minute time frame, and then you're trading chop like this. And this is where you lose a lot of money, guys, in a heavy trading move, is trading 1-minute time frame, trying to keep small stops. Guys, targets are bigger, especially when price is trending. We do not expect stops to be hit, right? They're just like a safety net for in case something goes wrong, in case this is a reversal and we have to manage our position. But in heavy trending moves, we expect highs to be broken and lows to be respected. Highs broken, lows respected. Same thing on 15. You'll see that more often here, right? Highs broken and lows respected. That's what we expect in trending moves here, is for lows to be respected and highs to be broken. So we don't expect our stop losses to be hit. It's a maximum safety net. So if you normally risk, you know, 1%, 2%, it's okay in heavy trending moves to push that up a little bit, 2.5, 3%. Don't go over 5. Don't be over risking, but that's okay because we don't expect, and we can manage trades, because in heavy trending moves, we don't expect reversals and heavy pullbacks. We expect it to trend. So we can manage trades based on that. We can manage once we see price pulling back. But what we don't want to do is choke our trades, because it needs space, and you don't want to miss a big move like this. The second thing I see, not second, but however many points we've talked about, a big problem that people do is that they jump in after they see a big move. When you see a heavy 2 candles come in, boom, boom, big 2 candles, take a step back. You missed the move, right? You missed the move. Wait for structure to form like this, and then look to continue the move afterwards, right? So now let's talk about what are we looking, how are we going to enter, how are we going to catch these moves. This is the part you guys are waiting for. And simply, since we're trending, we're looking for continuation setups. You don't want to buy on pullbacks, because we don't know when that pullback is going to end, especially in trending moves. This pullback here, for example, was 130 pips. We can't, you know how many times on lower time frames, if I were to rewind this and 5-minute looked like it was creating support, you might have bought here. Look at the 1 minute, and you guys, this is what happens. People go on 1 minute, 1 minute change of structure, I'm buying. Oh, 1 minute close bullish, I'm buying. Oh, 1 minute close bullish, bottom of the range, I'm buying. Screwed. Oh, we close bullish, I'm buying. This is where you get messed up. And when we have continuation, we don't need to be trying to buy pullbacks, because we don't need the market to pull back for us. Why? Because this thing is just continuing, breaking highs, continuing. So we don't need to be forcing trades inside of ranges. We can just take trades based on continuation. And what are we going to take trades based on continuation? Closes above ranges. When candles start to leave certain zones like this, when we start to leave these certain zones, this is where we can take trades, right? So when we leave zones here, resistance was formed, we're looking for trades above here. This 15-minute gave us a close above, so we know we're leaving this zone, but we need to find good entries, right? And the way we're going to find good entries is, this is where we can start to use 5-minute time frames. So this is the free PDF that I have from my my setup video. I recommend you guys go ahead and watch that setup video. Very, very useful. I talk about my 3 entries, and you guys need to understand that. So check that video out. But essentially what we're looking at here is, if I bring back the setup 1 is our goal, right? We're looking for closes above the range, and we're looking to continue price into the next range, and we have heavy volume. So to get accurate entries, since price is moving fast, this is where we can start using the 5-minute. After we get the bullish candles closed, we can look for accurate entries such as this, right? We can see the 5-minute range. We know the continuation is going to come when the candle leaves the range, and this is where our trade is going to come, right? You're going to take long position here. Stops still have to go below something, man. We're running 37 pip stops, but the target here, 87 pips, no problems. An immediate push of 1-to-1. Immediately you get 1-to-1, right? No questions asked. Easy 1-to-1, right? And people are going to say there's no bottom wick here. When we're trending moves, we can't. You have to. When there's a lot of volume, we're not really too worried about no bottom wick on 5-minute. A 15-minute, 30-minute, yes, we are worried. But you can see in trending moves, no bottom wick is a very common thing because there's heavy volume. So this is the only exception where I'm not too worried about bottom wicks on 5-minute time frames. 15-minute, still a bit worried about it. And I'd rather enter a break of highs if that's the case. But if we can look at the 15-minute here, look where we're running stops. We're running stops back inside the range below the 15-minute safe stops. And again, we expect lows to be respected and highs to be broken. And this is where we can utilize and get a tighter stop instead of running the full 15-minute low at 50 pips here. So again, taking setup once, what are we also waiting for? We're waiting for thunderstorm setups. You'll notice thunderstorm setups are beautiful. Look at that. Thunderstorm, thunderstorm, thunderstorm. If you don't know what the thunderstorm is, I do have a video on that talking about my thunderstorm setup, and it simply just means, I'll show you the video right here, this one right here, you can check it out as well. Simply means when we have 15-minute closures, we can use small pullbacks on the 5-minute to enter at the break of the high. Look at this, 15-minute close, but we're getting these tiny little pauses, which is essentially a setup number 3, and we can enter break of the high, and this is all giving us areas to put stops below and proving that price has structure. So if price was to fail, come back, we know this can protect our trade. And you can see what does price do? Respect structure, and it continues up, and then you get this rocket of a candle coming in. But again, look, heavy trending moves, no bottom wicks on 5 minutes is a very common thing and something that you'll have to adjust. So how do you know this heavy trending move is coming in? Probably by this time here, once you start seeing it. The main way to know heavy trending move is obviously, is there a catalyst, certain economic events? Another way to know this heavy trending move is, has it been doing it yesterday? Are we continuing into today? And of course, the time of year. Is it a time of year? Do we have these moves come into the market? And look at your daily range. Is it a range where we have beautiful clean candles like this, and price is going to rocket through the zone? Has it done it in the past? You can see price likes to mirror, right? Very quick move here, very quick move here. So this all can give you information as to where you can expect heavy moves and where you can leave runners, because your job here is not to catch this whole move. It's very hard to catch the whole move, right? Your job is to take a piece and then move on, but that piece can be a little bit bigger because you can look to leave runners and you can look to trail stops on lower time frames and catch more and more and more. And that's exactly what I did. Personally, for me, I took buys. One of the examples where I looked to catch this move was on Wednesday. Took a nice buy here, 1950, very, very clean and simple buy at 1950. This was the trade right here. Got immediate, beautiful 120 pip push here, but I closed at 40 pips. And I was I'm like, yeah, I should have held runners. That was my plan. But 40 pips, and I was running a very, modest stop loss, 25 pip stop loss. And I'm like, I'm happy with that. And I did not miss the move, right? Because look, if you kept holding, now you probably would have made nothing. Or if someone tried to, buy on all of these pullbacks to try continue this move, they would have lost. Or bought the highs, would have lost. So your job is not to catch the whole move. Your job is just to catch a portion of it and be happy. It's great to get 40, 50 pips here, because that's a huge dividend from such a move, and to get it in 10 minutes, it's a great feeling. So you can't complain. You're never going to catch the whole move. Your runners could catch the whole move, but that's why they're runners. But again, your job comes back to consistency, and I'm following a plan that enables me to catch these buys because of stuff I've seen in the past, right? I'm following a method, I'm following a plan, and I'm following something that allows me to replicate this over time. So when these moves happen again, which they will, I have a plan and I have a method to catch these moves. Now, another easy way is that if prices is trending and you see big pullbacks, you can also use the setup number 3. That is a really good setup where we have this one candle pullback, kind of like the thunderstorm. And that is another way that you can use to get into these moves. So the number 1 rule is we want to avoid the range. Look how inconsistent it is inside the range. Here, this is your only chance to trade inside the range. Clean candle here, and you get a setup number 3, right? You close above this area here. Clean candles, you can use this as a first target, and that's your setup 3, breaking the high exactly like this, right? Look at that, picture perfect example of that. And that's where you go. And now you're looking for, once we break out the range, you're looking for trades from this area up. And realistically, you would have been looking for breakouts. So when we go on the breakout here, let's see if this even gave you a chance. And sometimes you're just not going to have a chance. But hey, if that doesn't follow your rules, then you can't catch the trade, right? So yeah, this no chance. Your chance was inside the range to break out. But here, this is your continuation chance, thunderstorm. And with volume, this should continue. But you can't be greedy, because if you kept holding this, right? We got your 40 pip move here. Amazing. You leave runners. If your runners get stop break even, who cares? But this is your only chance to catch this, because we can't expect, this could run another 200 pips, or it could pull back first. You can't, this is nothing. In hindsight, oh, this is easy, I should have left runners. But in reality, it's not as easy as it's more easier. It's easy in hindsight, not in reality. So make sure, to put all of these steps together and avoid the range, right? This is where you get messed up. People try sell, oh, grab liquidity, da 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 da. Nope. Close above, easy move. Close above, easy move. Close above, easy move. Just follow that, right? In heavy trending moves, this is the best way to do it, right? Avoid the ranges and trade the easy move, right? Trade the efficient, easy move. No need to catch the whole move. Catch your piece that follows a plan and move on. So that is exactly my trend trading strategy. Hope that this video has helped. And yeah, I hope it gave you some good insight into what to be looking for in trend trading moves and how you can utilize that. Of course, there's more information to that in certain zones, utilizing certain stuff, but I would need to go way more into depth, and that's something more as you get more experience you could look into, and to make sure you're very accurate, not buying, because the biggest problem is you buy after a big candle like this, you get caught in a reversal because you're forgetting about your higher time frame analysis. The weekly resistance will still be relevant on lower time frames. These are all relevant zones you still have to be watching. So don't just think it's going to keep pushing. Follow the rules of the clean candles to the left. Follow the rules of marking your higher time frame levels and make sure to watch them and be careful around those zones. And also, before I sign off here, don't get caught up in the lower time frame and press buy at a 15-minute candle open, right? Because 15-minute candle can make easily here like this, a nice 19 pip pullback. Don't get caught in those pullbacks. So be very, very careful. But anyways, gonna wrap up the video here. That is exactly how I approach trending markets. Hope you found it useful. Leave a comment down below. Leave subscribe if you're new, and yeah, YouTube business, all of that rubbish. And yeah, appreciate everyone showing up as always. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.